Thursday afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist Colleen Campbell.
And we're starting to kind of hone in on the rain chances here a little bit as we get into tomorrow night. One's going down too.
No, that one sinks. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep matching you. Just keep going lower as the show goes on.
This one didn't sink. I was just joking. It is going like that.
Yeah, sometimes they do get lower, though.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out the rain, right? The timing of it all. We are going to push up the weather impact alert to include Friday late afternoon through Saturday, the first half of the day.
Right.
So our model, and now even the European model, which is what we're showing you here, is actually showing more rain getting in here Friday night. And we're thinking after about 4 o'clock. And actually, if you're north of Tampa, I think it might even be a little bit before that.
Yeah.
But 4 p.m. Friday through noon on Saturday. That's going to be our weather impact alert. Again, that's our way here at 10 Tampa Bay, just giving you a heads up, like, this is when you need to kind of focus on some out of the ordinary weather. I do not see severe weather with this.
Yeah, no.
Thunderstorm or two?
Right. I was going to say Saturday we could hear a little rumble of thunder, and a downpour would be fantastic. We would look forward to that. But earlier when I was doing the forecast, I was like, you know what? A lot of people will be out Friday. So it's not fair to issue a weather impact alert for Saturday when many of you will probably be out Friday night too.
Yeah, I mean, the weekend starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon
That's
on a Friday for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Right? And, for some folks, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
That's
so it could be Friday morning getting that weekend started.
Yeah.
But we are looking at that rain chance coming in. After that, we're not looking at a lot of rain. And in fact, as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you see that green there. That is the model trying to show what, I don't want to call it a typical summertime shower.
Right.
But we're going to have more easterly winds. We're going to get a few clouds each afternoon. You're going to start to feel a little bit like summer out there as we get into next week. Low to mid 80s for highs.
Yeah.
We'll start sunny every morning. It'll be a little bit more humid.
Yeah.
And then we'll develop some clouds in the afternoon. And 1 or 2 showers is possible.
Right.
But it's not full-on summertime weather, so that's the good news there. But it is going to feel like it a little bit. All right, so here is the European forecast model. So this is Friday at 3 o'clock. Let me back this up just a little bit, because you can see Friday in the morning, we're still dry. But notice it coming off the Gulf. Then as we get into the afternoon hours, that's around 4. Watch as we go through the evening hours. That's Saturday at 6 a.m., still some rain. And then by 4 p.m., I know you see green there, but most of it, look where the darker greens are. Okay, that's where the bulk of the moisture is. In fact, this is just a real small chance for rain at that point.
Yeah.
So that's why we think the afternoon on Saturday will actually be a little bit on the drier side. That's Saturday evening. Let's go out to, let me stop this here. I'm going to show you Sunday, because Sunday had some showers down to the south and east, down towards Miami, but nothing for us.
Right.
And that is the big day for the Grand Prix. At least that's the main race that they have Sunday afternoon. And so things are actually looking pretty good, I think, for that. Strawberry Festival, we do have to watch those concerts for Friday night. Saturday morning, I don't think they have a lot. It's more in the afternoon and evening hours as far as concert goes. But for the Strawberry Festival, there will be a little bit of rain around, we think, through the first half of the day.
Right.
I don't think it's a rain out.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw those rides. We were riding along I-4 and saw the rides being pulled in. And so some of those rides definitely won't operate if you have some rain nearby.
Yeah, definitely going to have some issues with that. But again, I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's going to rain. To me, I think most of the rain actually will come in overnight, Friday night and the Saturday morning, which is just about as good as you can get.
Yeah, that's ideal.
Right, that would be ideal. So let's go out in timing right now. This is tonight, I should say. A couple showers to the south. I don't really think so. That's tomorrow morning around sunrise. We'll do that right about there, okay? A few clouds. We had those mackerel skies. Have you heard?
Oh, yeah.
The clouds look like mackerel
Not macro
scales.
sky, not a moment dry.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what's
Sometimes.
coming in off the west.
Yeah.
But I don't, it's just a little bit of moisture up there. That's all it is. It's not moisture that's going to rain on us.
Yeah.
This is Friday morning into the afternoon hours. That's around 1 o'clock. But look what's happening out in the Gulf on the left side of the screen. You see that rain going there? And then watch as we get to about 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's a small chance for Pinellas and Hillsborough, but it's a much better chance with this main line up here into Citrus County.
Yeah. Originally with the rainfall model yesterday, it was saying that most of the rain was going to be around Citrus County, Pasco, Hernando, and then the rainfall totals kind of taper off from there. Now it's looking a lot more promising for the rest of the area.
Yeah, and watch this come through. That was 4 o'clock. This is about what? 7 o'clock. Excuse me. And then this is kind of the main line. If you could just draw an imaginary line right through, you can see that's it around 7 o'clock. All right, now what that is the heating of the day, showers and storms forming out over the Gulf and then pushing onshore, and then they tend to fall apart. So this is 7 p.m. Friday night. Now, whatever your plans are Friday night, that's pretty soggy if that were to happen.
Right.
Now, I don't think it's completely like that, but I definitely think the rain chance is there. That's 11 o'clock. It's done,
Yeah.
right? The boat's basically dry. Most of us are. And then as we go through, let's get out to sunrise on Saturday morning, just after it right there. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah. Now this is our in-house model, which the European was showing a little bit more rain Saturday, but
So let's go out to noon, and there's plenty of sunshine. So we have a weather impact alert for the first half of Saturday. We may end up even dropping that.
yeah,
And Saturday looking good, and Friday night being the main issue.
right.
You see a few showers for deep inland locations. Let me show you this as we get into late Saturday afternoon. That's around 3 to 4 o'clock, but not a big deal. All right. And by the way, not a whole lot of rain down south where we need it for that fire that's down there. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. Outside right now, it's gorgeous. Beautiful blue skies, just a few low clouds out there. Air temperature basically in the mid 70s. Dew point is at 60. And we're going with a low of 62 tonight.
Yeah, I could see a little bit of that patchy fog.
Yeah. Was that something that we'll watch? I don't see widespread fog, but I
Yeah.
definitely see some patches. Nothing that we would be looking at a weather impact alert for widespread dense fog advisories, that type of thing. If that happens, of course, we'll let you know, but expect a little bit of fog in the morning. That would be it. Current temps, look at this. 81 in Sebring and Arcadia. 75 in Sarasota and Clearwater. 77, Crystal River, Brooksville, Newport Richey. Man, it's gorgeous. Lakeland, Winter Haven, all in the mid to upper 70s.
That's the one good thing with this front is we're not having a major cool down.
Yeah.
You know, because we've had enough cold, I think.
I mean, not much at all. I mean,
Yeah.
clear skies for the most part. You can see that. Here are the high temperature forecast behind it. I mean, Saturday's cooler only because the model thinks there's going to be a ton of rain in the morning.
Right.
And this is the GFS model here. Our in-house model doesn't have much rain at all. And in fact, it has sunshine by 10 in the morning.
Right.
If that happens, we're going to get up to upper 70s at least, and then probably get a little bit warmer on Sunday. But then next week, it really comes back. The key to this forecast here, excuse me, is the wind. The wind will shift to the northeast late Saturday night into Sunday, and then out of the east for most of next week. That is a warm summertime pattern that you see all of next week, those mid 80s.
Oh, yeah.
That's an east to southeast wind. That's
Yeah.
the kind in the summertime gives us those afternoon showers and thunderstorms.
Right.
We don't have that amount of moisture in the atmosphere, so we're good, but that is something that you want to keep an eye on. All right, let's talk low temperatures for tonight. Certainly not a problem with the frost or freeze. We're looking good. Upper 50s and low 60s. In fact, how about 65 in St. Pete? Could see some pretty decent fog there. Tomorrow, another beautiful day. This little icon here, whenever you see this on our graphics, it's not going to show it now. That right there, those lines, that is fog. Okay? Now, look at this. Look at the rain after about 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yep.
All right? That's the reason why we have our weather impact alert. We're starting it at 4 right in here, and we're going to go through the overnight hours. Again, we'll see if that can back off a little bit on Saturday morning. But it's good to see, our model picking up on this.
Yeah, this is why it's never, when people ask for a forecast, like more than a week out, like, oh, I have my cousin's wedding
Yeah.
next weekend. We're like, well, this is what we can say now, but it's likely going to change.
Yeah, and if you're talking a month or two ahead, we're
Right.
just to give you
24,
averages.
48 hours out. That's
Yeah.
like the sweet spot.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to think of it like hurricanes. We're kind of used to knowing hurricanes here that can change 24 hours. Where is it going? Is it going to Northern Pinellas? Is it going down to Fort Myers? Ian. All right?
Yeah.
That was a less than 24-hour change.
Right.
The weather can be like that. Usually within 3 to 5 days, we have a pretty good handle on the bigger picture and then the
Right.
details on
Yes.
exactly when that rain's going to come
Timing
through.
and-
That's 12, 24 hours
Yeah.
or so. All right, so forecast highs tomorrow. How about mid 80s for inland locations? Now, when you see the banners that we just showed you, the high temperature colors that I showed you there, let me show you this. Where is it? Back up. That is for Tampa. Okay, when you see this graphic right here, that's the high temperature for Tampa itself.
Right, yeah.
But take a look at the highs for tomorrow. 77 in Tampa, that's what that graphic would have showed you. But we're in the mid 80s.
Yeah. Those inland areas.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, they're really going to heat up.
So next week, when Tampa is in the mid 80s,
Oh, they'll be brushing 90.
there'll be a
easily.
90.
Yeah.
There'll be some 90s next week with an east wind. Remember, what happens is the sun is shining down, obviously heating the land up. So it's heating all this land up over here, okay? And then the wind is blowing in like this.
Yeah.
All right, so number one, it's kind of a warm wind to begin with. Number two, this is it moderates a little bit. That's why Miami's not ever really that hot.
Right.
They get a wind off the ocean,
Yeah.
right? Low 80s. But then that air warms up as the land warms up. And then the further west it goes, the warmer it gets. And so typically in the summertime now, you'll have temperatures in the mid 80s to upper 80s here and low 90s back along the coast, or 90 here and 95, 96 at the coast
Yeah.
because of that strong east wind. It's not going to be a strong wind, but it's the pattern that's going to give us some warm temperatures. And then you can see those high temps, we'll go right back to that graphic again, are for Tampa. Now, these are just forecast model driven. So we're not even actually forecasting 86 on Thursday and Friday, but it is going to be on the warm side. So I would expect it to be much warmer next week than what it is out there today.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 4:41. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we got a lot of weather to talk about across the country.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. You need quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
I was driving when a Ford pickup truck barreled into me from behind, sending me to the hospital.
I knew my husband was going to need an excellent attorney, so I called Dan Newland.
I'm so glad my wife called Dan. Dan really fought for me. He won my case and got me $650,000.
If you've been involved in a car accident, allow me to fight for you. Call me now at 8.
In his case.
All right. Now, let's talk about the drought. So it went up to 100% of the population of Florida
Yeah.
is under a drought right now. And a lot of that is actually in Florida. I mean, obviously in Florida, but this extreme category.
Yes.
See all the extreme here? And even down south. And I wanted to show you this bigger picture because, I mean, South Texas has it, yeah. Georgia, Southeast Georgia especially, and then northern Arkansas, parts of Illinois, but we are one of the driest places in the country.
Right. Yep.
I mean, that's a wild. And and most of that, I mean, look, we need 12 to 15 inches of rain to get back to normal. All right? And most of, 6 inches of that, not most of it, but 6 inches of that, we were supposed to get in just the month of September last year. That's what really hurt us.
Yeah.
Because as we were coming out of the rainy season, we had a super dry September.
Right.
And then the rest of the season, you're not supposed to get a whole lot of rain.
Yeah.
And so we were 6 inches short just getting into it. And now, 6, 8, 9 inches more on top of that.
Right. And it
So-
looks like it's just going to get worse as we move
Yeah.
into spring. I mean, unless we have our rainy season start a little bit early, it's kind of.
We don't see any big changes here on this map. If you look at last week versus this week,
Yeah.
you look over towards Cape Canaveral, up towards Daytona area maybe.
That's that little spot that was abnormally
They were
dry.
holding on.
Yeah.
But now, and remember, they actually got some rain. I mean, it was literally like 2 days worth or something. We had a little bit. This was months ago. And that was really the only difference. But they got a decent amount of rain. And even now, that's gone away. You can see the difference there. This dip isn't that much different. You can see southern Pinellas, southern Hillsborough. I mean, look, we're just talking, this is a map. It's not much of a difference from south of Gandy than there is north of there, but you get the idea. We're nice and dry. So obviously we've had some fires. The state has, what do we have, 1,300 or just over 1,000 fires, I think I saw. Where was it? 1,033 forest fires and brush fires. And they've burned more than 41,000 acres. Wow. That's since January 1st in just the state of Florida alone. It's actually a little bit quieter right now. Look at this. Look as you get up to the north. They finally cleaned all this up in South Georgia finally because there was a bunch, but we're not the only ones.
Yeah. Now that's since January, I believe, that they had
the total that I
deaths.
just read, 1,040, is since the beginning of the year, January 1st,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about what's called the national fire. This is the one, it's about 30, 35 miles east of Naples. It's the one that we were talking about yesterday. You could really see the smoke on the radar and, of course, on the satellite from space. We're not picking up much on the radar now. We just heard back from them. It is at 24,780 acres, I think is what it is. And
0% contained.
0% contained. Now, containment means just like anything around it, right? Okay, they've stopped it from burning outwards at this quarter, so that would be 25% contained.
Right.
They got 0 at this point.
Right.
One of the good things is I don't see a ton of smoke here on the satellite today like we did yesterday.
Right.
So if it's still burning, it doesn't look like it's burning as bad. And when you look at the smoke forecast, there's not much forecast to come off of this. And we'll see. But the key thing to notice right now is that it's blowing in this direction. All right, you see these fires here. The smoke from these fires is blowing out into the green here. And that's what that's showing you, right? So light smoke for those areas. However, the wind is going to turn around. And it's going to be coming in, especially late Saturday and the Sunday. It's going to come in out of the north and the east, which is okay for a while because there's not much down in here. But then it's going to come out of the east, and that's going to put it right down into Naples, into Marco Island, and that would be Monday. So as long as this is still burning, again, right now we're not seeing the smoke that we saw yesterday, but it is still burning. And so it may flare up, and we may get more of it. We do expect a little bit of rain over this on, was it Saturday? Probably afternoon,
Saturday,
evening.
yeah.
Yeah, because most of it's up by us Friday night and Saturday morning, so Saturday evening there. Hopefully that helps it just a little bit.
Yeah, well, the southeast part, Sunday, we'll have, but that's not helping that fire that we're worried about near Naples.
Yeah, we've got some video, and in fact, we've got a package on it. This is a live shot right now of I-75. You would call it Alligator Alley, right?
Right.
In fact, you see the canal on the right? My wife, when she was a kid, her dad lived in Miami, and they would count alligators.
Oh.
And now it's a pain in the butt to get our kid's nose out of the phone to look up. And so we just say, give me the phone, that's it. You got to look out the window.
Yeah. Well, they put some fencing up there too, right? Because the
some
alligators
fencing.
kept, yeah.
Yep. And the smoke that you see coming across 75 there at times has been thick, so it has closed I-75 at times. It looks like it's open now. I checked this morning. About 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it was open at that time as well. But if you have travel plans down there, keep in mind there could be some sporadic closings. When you drive through that area, you see that smoke coming up, hit that recirculate button in your car, and that will help to keep some of that smoke out of there.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, let's go over to that package right now. You can see a little bit more about it.
Driving down Alligator Alley, if at first you didn't see it,
Somebody marked it as fog in Waze.
you could smell it.
The smell was just awful.
I was wishing I had a car with better filters. I rolled up the windows to block out as much smoke as possible.
The fire has been burning in the Big Cypress National Preserve since the beginning of the week, and drivers who braved I-75 last night say the closer you got, the larger and darker the plumes.
They were doing, it looked like a slow burn and making sure it was contained. And then we saw one that was spraying water off of a tank.
The smoke forced first responders to close Alligator Alley for several hours.
Yeah, it's blowing the smoke right across the road. It was, impeding visibility a little bit.
While the road reopened this morning, police are still urging drivers to find other routes as a precaution. Frank Wiley, 10 Tampa Bay News.
Yeah, so something that we're going to have to keep watching over the next several days. Hopefully that rain Saturday night helps that
At
quite a
night
bit.
and in the morning, I'm sure it's very hard to see. It's dark out there anyway.
Late night, early morning hours, the smoke tends to settle.
Yeah.
In the daytime, it rises a little bit more.
Right.
And it's not down on the ground where we're driving around. But late at night and early in the morning, it can be right there on the roads, and that's the best chance to have any closures. All right, 4:50. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
I was driving when an 18-wheeler turned in front of me. I locked up my brakes, bam, slid dead into the truck. Bloody and hurt, I was loaded into an ambulance, and that's when I put out my phone and called attorney Dan Newton. Dan jumped right on it. He was in my corner the whole way. He fought the fight from beginning to end and got me $1 million.
Involved in a car accident? Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Dan, your awesome team deserves 6 stars. Thank you for winning my case.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Jeopardy is for everybody.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah.
With players just like you.
Paramedic, a retired teacher, psychiatrist.
I'm a little bit competitive.
That's the spirit.
Watch their victories.
We have a giant killer.
And heartbreaks.
Oh, no.
The next super champion could be anyone.
It's almost like a superhero origin story.
It could be you.
Oh, wow.
It's all happening on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy weeknights at 7:30, right here on 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, guys, welcome back. 4:52. Let's take a look at the wind forecast for the fires. Not a lot of wind. That's the good news. A lot of wind would really get them going.
Right.
I do think it picks up a little bit, but here's the deal. It's out of the south-southeast now and then a little south-southwest, so the wind will try and drift the smoke up to the north, and that's through tomorrow midday. All right, it almost goes a little northeast, the smoke does. Tomorrow that's through Saturday midday. All right, after that, Saturday night into Sunday, it shifts. All right, in fact, I want to go back to Sunday evening. The wind's already shifted. So in the afternoon, it shifts, and what it's doing is it's actually coming, the wind is coming from the northeast, so it's blowing it this way.